Again, welcome to the CUHK Information Day and welcome to the Department of Translation. So we are a department that has been always standing at the forefront of translation education in Hong Kong since its establishment in 1972. And we take great pride in being the first of its kind. That means the first translation program in Asia. And over the years, we have been providing different kinds of programs, including the BA programs, MA, MPhil, and PhD. And today, of course, I will be focusing mainly on the BA programs. I will be introducing who we are as a Department of Translation. And more importantly, I will invite you to explore together with me all the interesting and exciting opportunities await you at the Department of Translation. So one of the key strengths, I think, of the department lies in our exceptional teaching staff. So our teaching staff members, as you can probably see from all the profile photos here, we come from a diverse culture and academic backgrounds, and we bring with us strong research and professional expertise. And among us, we have some professional interpreters with over 10 years of experience in interpreting. We also have Australian NATI certified translator, interpreter, and examiner. We have accomplished literary translators, and also we have world-renowned scholars in translation studies. And this diverse pool of talent ensures that our students receive a comprehensive and well-rounded education in translation and interpretation. And to support our teaching and learning objectives, the department is equipped with language labs specially designed for the teaching and learning of both consecutive and simultaneous interpreting. As you can see from the photos here, they are called interpreting booths here. The students, interpreters will be working in all these booths to do their interpreting work. We also have a computer lab specially furnished with the up-to-date softwares and facilities of computer-aided translation, because as we all know, nowadays it's all about the technology. It's all about the AI, how this technology could actually help professional translators and interpreters to do this work faster and better, and also to bring us more opportunities in the field. And these resources, I believe, will enable our students to hone their skills and using the latest technology and techniques in the field. And we do understand that one of your primary concerns when you choose a major at a university, of course, is the prospect of entering the job market in 4 years' time. So now I'm showing you this career statistics of our graduates over the past years. So as you can see from here, this chart of all the career statistics of the year 2020, it might come as a surprise for you that only around 40% of our graduates actually end up with work as professional translators or interpreters. So don't assume a future from a translation department solely interpretation or translation. But as you can see, many other students will have the opportunity to explore in a much wider range of fields in the job market, including education, publication, legal services, banking and finance, administration and management. And it will be the same with the career statistics of 2022, with only much more and wider range of choices, including IT and public relations. So this chart shows you the business nature of the employing organizations. As you can see, our graduates actually get to engage in many different kinds of business. And this expansion into the different business sectors shows that our 4-year program will be able to equip our students with the necessary skills or the set of skills to help them excel and succeed in different industries and to fulfill the global demand of language services. It also shows that there are actually more broad opportunities waiting for translation graduate and translation student in the job market. And most importantly, I think it indicates this evolving or changing nature of translation profession. So I think it's time that we will really need to adjust or to broaden a little bit our perception about translation and interpreting industry. Actually, nowadays, we no longer talk about the narrow fields of translation and interpretation alone. But nowadays, as professionals, as educators, we find ourselves in a much wider context that is known as the language services industry. So what is language services industry? It encompasses many different kinds of tasks, many different kinds of works, including the traditional ones like the translation and interpretation. But also nowadays, more importantly, you will find more language professionals working in the fields such as localization. I'm not sure if you are familiar with this term, but this is a very important term, especially for the fields like gaming. We all know gaming is a thriving industry. It's a thriving business sector in this world nowadays. So many of our graduates or the language professionals will be able to work in the gaming industry to do what we call localization. It's more than just translation. It's more than just converting a word into another word, a sentence into another sentence. But you will do a lot more to cater to the culture differences, to provide the context, the target text for your target readers. You can also do editing, or what we nowadays know as the post-editing after machine translation. So you see there's always a position for human translators in this industry, even though we know machine translation might be a little bit better than it was before. You can continue to work on the front line, to continue working with words and languages, to do a little bit translation, interpreting, localization works. But also you might be able to take a step backward and to work as account manager or project manager, leading or supervising a team of language professionals to do all these different kinds of various tasks. And these services, as you can see from the charts, are in high demand across various industries, including healthcare, and entertainment, like I said, the gaming industry, or the legal services, the public sectors. So there's always more opportunities waiting for the translation graduates. And the research shows that global language services industry is experiencing healthy growth over the years. So as you can see here, there's 74% of the demand only in this decade. So therefore, in our department, we offer more than just translation and language skills. Instead, we embrace this concept of translation plus, which means we provide training that develops students into well-rounded individuals with a wider range of transferable skills, which means the skills you can also use, you can also apply to different kinds of tasks and different works. For example, we will help you to develop your communication skills, your analyzing skills, your problem-solving skills, because when you work as a professional translator, you will find that doing a translation is actually like solving a puzzle, solving a problem, and you will think of different ways to provide a most satisfactory translation. And also translation is all about creativity and attention to the details. Because translation is actually, like I said, it's a more complicated process than people would normally expect. And you will be able to learn and to develop all the skills when you join us at the translation department. And also, as one of our former students shares here, that she would find, maybe to her surprise as well, that translation is more about the teaching and learning of just translation skills. So what you will be learning in a BA program in translation. Now I'm going to walk you through the curriculum, our courses, and all the exciting opportunities, the practical opportunities. So first of all, our Bachelor of Arts in Translation program requires the students to complete a minimum of 69 units for your major courses, both the major required and the major elective. And if I remember accurately, I think this is the fewest credits students are required to take at the Faculty of Arts, which means you have to take the least required major courses at the faculty. Also, which means you will have more freedom to explore more into other different programs and disciplines. So for example, many of our current students actually minor in one or even more foreign languages. I know if you're interested in translation, you must be interested in languages and you want to learn more different kinds of foreign languages. And you can do that with us at the translation department. For example, you can minor in Japanese, Korean, French, or whatever you like. Or you can use your the free electives to take some courses from the Faculty of Arts or from the other faculties, any programs and disciplines. So you can always broaden your horizon and to acquire the interdisciplinary knowledge, which is also very important in this modern world. So what are the courses you might be learning in this curriculum? So first of all, we have the required courses. Altogether, our students will be required to take 7 courses. So the first 4 courses, as you can probably tell from their titles, they are only entry-level introductions to the basic areas of translation, interpreting, translation studies, and very importantly, the computer-aided translation. So we only add this course as a required course in recent years because we know, we realize, and we respond to the increasing demand for language professionals with computer-aided translation and machine translation skills. So you'll be able to learn a little bit more in those fields with this required course. And the last 3 courses, our students will usually take these courses in their final year. So they are also known as the final year projects. They are all about the opportunities to translate a longer passage between English and Chinese. And you will be able to work one-on-one with one of the teaching staff to discuss and to talk about, to revise your translation, to make it better. Or you can choose to write a thesis to do a little bit of academic research with translation as your final year project. This is a very good opportunity for the students to integrate what you have learned over the 4 years and to demonstrate your abilities and the readiness for the practical profession. And in accordance to our concept of Translation Plus, we offer many more practical elective courses on an exceptionally wide range of specialized areas, such as literature, arts, business, law, science, subtitling, and of course, computer-aided translation. Because maybe people will not know if they are not professional translators or translation students, that a literary translation is very different from, for example, a legal translation or from a financial translation. You will have to acquire the very basic subject knowledge in all the subjects in order to provide a very good translation. So we'll be teaching you all this very basic subject knowledge in all different areas and fields. So what are these elective courses? We divide all our elective courses in 5 categories, just in order to identify the different kinds of all these courses. And then you can choose freely among all these 5 categories. It's not required that you can only take one direction or one category. So for example, the first category, you will be able to strengthen your basic translation, language and writing skills with all these courses, like the basic skills of translation, writing, and then writing skills. Or if you are into literary translation or academic research, we provide you with this wide range of elective courses focusing on literary translation and research and doing research. For example, the research methods in translation studies or the different genres in literary translation. But if you are more practical oriented, we offer even larger range, even larger amount of choices of the elective courses. For example, the commercial translation, mass media translation, science and technology, subtitling, public relations, and the financial translation. And I would like to highlight here that we actually provide 4 legal translation courses because we understand that this is always in high demand among our students and also in the job market as well. But if you see yourself in the future more as an interpreter rather than a translator working with written text, you might be interested to take all these courses on interpreting, both simultaneous interpreting and consecutive interpreting. And also, if I remember this, I get this correctly, I think our department, our program, is the only program in Hong Kong that offers a course of court interpreting to train you in the future to work as a court interpreter, deal with all legal cases. And finally, we offer the course machine translation in addition to computer-aided translation on the technology side. So these are all the elective courses you can choose freely among all the different categories. And you can develop your own study path, or even better, you will be able to work with your academic advisor that will be one of our teaching staff to develop the best study plan for you. Okay. And our program also offers students unique opportunities to gain practical experience in translation and interpreting. We have this, what is called the Interpreting Services Referral System in CUHK that connects our students with opportunities to serve as interpreters at various occasions, such as university meetings, conferences, and the college assemblies that happens regularly, I think every week or every month. So to just give you a very quick demonstration of what it looks like to work as student interpreter in all these occasions, in all these events, now I would like to invite one of our current students, Clinton, to do a very short consecutive interpreting for us and to see what our student can do in this area. So Clinton, are you ready? Okay. And there are also other student helper jobs on campus, such as translating, editing, proofreading, research.
校內亦有各種俾學生擔任助手嘅機會，例如可能協助翻譯、編輯、校對、研究等工作。
And it's not only confined to the Department of Translation, which means you can work with the teaching or research staff in other programs and disciplines to work on various kinds of events and occasions.
而且上述嘅工作並唔係僅限於翻譯系嘅部門，同學亦都可以同教職員又或者研究人員嚟自其他學系部門去一同工作，參與唔同嘅活動，同埋喺唔同嘅場合入邊去提供服務。
And furthermore, we have this prestigious internship program in collaboration with the United Nations for their academic impact project.
再者，我哋亦都同聯合國合作，為學生提供咗非凡嘅實習機會，為佢哋嘅學術影響力計劃出一分力。
So our students who have completed the course Introduction to Computer-Aided Translation will be selected to work in teams to translate the UN newsletters using the computer-aided translation tools.
只要學生修讀完電腦輔助翻譯導論嘅課程，就有機會獲揀選成為小組嘅一員，通過使用電腦輔助嘅翻譯軟件去翻譯聯合國嘅刊物。
And their translations will get published regularly on the UN websites, exposing them to a global audience and to enhance their professional portfolio.
而同學嘅翻譯亦都會恆常咁發佈喺聯合國嘅網站上面，不但會有全球嘅讀者去閱覽，亦都可以成為同學履歷入邊非常之突出嘅一欄。
So with solid training and all these practical opportunities, I'm now very proud to share with you that our students have achieved remarkable success both academically and professionally.
藉住紮實嘅訓練同埋各種實戰嘅機會，喺呢一度我可以非常之自豪咁樣同各位分享，我哋嘅學生喺學術同埋專業嘅範疇入邊都獲得咗好多唔同卓越嘅成就。
And they have constantly emerged as winners in both local and international translation and interpretation competitions, such as the cross-strait interpreting contests and Hong Kong Youth Translation Competition.
佢哋不論喺本地定係國際嘅比賽，翻譯定係傳譯都表現出色，乃至到可以獲獎。例如係喺海峽兩岸口譯大賽同埋全港青年翻譯比賽。
Our students also gain valuable real-world and first-hand experience through internships. They have the opportunity to apply what they have learned in classroom to provide language services to various industries, including art, commerce, public relations, and tourism.
而我哋嘅學生亦都通過參與唔同嘅實習，累積咗好多好寶貴嘅實戰經驗。佢哋都有機會學以致用，喺唔同嘅產業提供同語言相關嘅服務，例如係喺文藝、商業、公關同埋旅遊等等。
And as you can see here from their sharings, that they all find what they have learned in class very helpful to their work.
而喺熒幕上而家嘅分享，你都會可以見到我哋嘅學生對於可以喺課堂入邊用到，可以用到喺課堂學習到嘅知識同埋技巧去幫助到佢哋嘅工作，佢哋都感到非常之開心。
And that will be the end of the demonstration. Thank you very much, Clinton. And to foster a global perspective, we also strongly encourage our students to participate in the overseas exchange programs. So as you can see here, over the past 3 years, many of our students would take on exchange programs for a term or even for a year to enhance their language skills in other various different countries and to develop their understanding of translation actually in a global context. And if you think you can, and if you want to take more, now I'm introducing to you the double degree in collaboration with the Faculty of Law. We actually have a double degree, which means you can stay with us. You can take a BA in translation and stay with us for 4 years. And then you will be admitted to the Faculty of Law to take on the graduate degree, JD, Juris Doctor, which is a professional degree required for the practice of law. We usually will invite application from among our first year students for this double degree. And you might want to consider this if you want to work in the legal services field in the future. We also have double majors with the Department of Linguistics and with the Department of Chinese Language and Literature. So students will be required to take courses from both the Department of Translation and Linguistics and from Department of Translation and Chinese to fulfill the requirements. So now I invite all aspiring language enthusiasts to join us at the translation of a department and embark on a rewarding journey of exploration, learning, and professional developments. So our department is open for applications via different schemes, most importantly the JUPAS, but also non-JUPAS, international and mainland students. So the JUPAS applicants, please mark down our JUPAS code, that is JS4123, and please put our program in your band A and first choice. So for admission score, we count your best 5 subjects. But there will be no extra weighting, which means we do not give extra bonus for any specific subjects, such as English or Chinese. So there's no extra weighting. But of course, we'll convert your score higher than 5 into 7 or 7.5 or 8, that sort of thing. But there's no bonus points for English or Chinese. And every year, we admit a very good cohort of around 30 students. The admission requirements is the same with the university entrance requirements. You can find all this information in our leaflet, in our booth. Please visit our booth just outside the lecture hall and take our leaflet or read our exhibition board. They are all printed there. And normally there will be no interview for JUPAS applicants. And this is the admission scores from last year, just for your reference. Also, you may find this information in our booth. Or you might want to engage in a deeper conversation with our current students in the chat room, which is on the 3rd floor. And also, we welcome students with special consideration schemes. We have 2 such schemes, like the school principals nominations, or the school nominations direct admission scheme. We also welcome students with DSEs in other languages. And for non-JUPAS admission, the application is open now. The advanced round deadline is mid-November, and the regular round deadline will be in January and February. So with non-JUPAS or international students, we'll invite shortlisted applicants to attend the written tests and oral interviews. So in conclusion, the Department of Translation offers a comprehensive and forward-thinking education that goes beyond the traditional translation and language skills. So join us at the Translation Department and Translation Program and unlock your potential as language service professionals and thrive in this exciting new age of translation. So finally, again, if you have any questions, please feel free to scan this QR code and leave your message there. We will try our best to answer your questions after the talk. Or more conveniently, you can just come to us, approach us, talk to me, talk to the student helpers, Clinton or all the other student helpers, our current students in the booth will give you immediate answers there. Oops. And please also follow us on social media, on our Instagram and Facebook. You will also find all this QR code in our leaflets and exhibition boards. Or if you have any questions in the future, please feel free to talk to us. You can email us, you can call us, you can visit us, the department on campus at CUHK. So if there's no further questions, I think that will be the end of the admission talk today for this session. Thank you for coming, and I would like to look forward to seeing you and welcome you next year at the Department of Translation. Thank you very much.